Welcome back to 7CR, everybody. We're recording on 8/13/2021, and literally, after we just talk about unused exotics, this TWAB this week, oh my, they talk about changing some exotics and abilities. And Fates, do you need to tell us something? Do you know somebody?
Yeah, my dad works at Bungie.
Bungie's my dad.
Yeah, Bungie's my dad. Just to let you know, my last name is Blackburn. No, my first name is Joe.
For those that don't know what we're talking about, last episode, Fates was literally talking about bombardiers needing some kind of change, and of course, we were like bullshitting, talking like making it launch Gallahorn rockets and shit. No!
What I said was actually realistic before I added in the Gallahorn rocket part.
I don't remember. What did you say that you were wanting?
I basically said combine it with Gem
Jesters. Okay.
Which, in theory, you're almost getting.
So we have the 12 pulled up because we're gonna.
I got right here.
This man's on top of things today.
Yeah. So before
solar, it's gonna burn.
Oh no. Okay. We'll go over it quick. So for arc, blind, which is literally
Arcnates.
Yeah.
Jesters.
Basically your jesters. Solar, burn. Stasis is slow. Suppression for void. And to mention, this is a secondary perk. It's not just switching the bomb to do this. You're getting the explosion and this.
The slow and the bomb is going to be sick.
Yeah. Slow and bomb would be pretty good. Blind and bomb.
Does this mean that you don't have to have the slow aspect equipped?
I would assume so. I would assume it'd be fine because it just says slow. The thing to note about suppress, though, it does not affect a guardian in super.
Yeah, I figured that would be too OP. Like you see a sentinel or just zip.
Yep. Oh yeah. Absolutely. I would do it all the time just to piss people off.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the Bombardier's change. Do we want to do the other exotics and then touch on the thing that's before that?
Yeah, let's go ahead and hit all the exotics. So, Titan Ice Falls, I am ecstatic for this one. Last week I wanted them to change the falling star chest to make it where it was more viable in PvP. But it looks like it's going to get nerfed in PvE on top of everything. But instead, Ice Falls got its double neg reduced. So, again, for you non-Titan players out there, Ice Falls.
Just hate you so much.
What's really bad is I give you shit about when the real person that doesn't play Titan is Chance.
Hi, that's me.
You're just so punchable. Like I just want to punch you. Like,
and we are okay with this because that is our thing. Anywho,
like on TikTok where people are using the sound from The Office.
No,
and the sound. No, not that one. They're like, is there any way we can get rid of him? Not without cause, Michael. Not without cause. And he's like, well, I have cause. Because I hate him. That's how I feel.
For Ice Falls, we get a double negative right now if you use them. If you not only when you pop and you have that overshield on, you are immediately you cannot sprint anymore. So it actually makes you want to stack mobility on those, which is kind of odd. But not only that, you also get the debuff, like it takes longer for your barrier to recharge, kind of like Bacchus and the dodge for hunters. So having that double negative, it sucked. Well, now they're removing that debuff on your barrier. So technically you'll be able to pop Ice Falls every 24 seconds, give or take. Less if you'd use other mods to. I'm just talking straight cooldown from Resilience stat. So it may be worth checking out. I'm gonna give them a shot and see. Imagine that with Bastion.
That sounds gross.
Like I
Enjoy.
said, because I hate them.
Anywho, which Warlock exotic were you hyped up for, Chance?
So let me tell you, as a Void main, none of this shit does anything for me in PvP. PvE wise, Skull of Dire Amkar is finally not going to be useless, so that's nice. But I'm looking at well, the Geomag nerf is, I honestly think it was needed, but also I don't like that they took that approach. Yeah, that wasn't the right thing to do. Because you're just taking a whole like bit of the exotic piece off. Like you're making it less, I don't know, like Geomags.
Less of an exotic.
Yeah, it's I don't like that aspect of when they nerf things.
Well, the thing is, they did that to everything though. Like everything that gave super back for something on an exotic, it all got capped at 50% now.
So the issue with Geos isn't the super retention. It's the topping off Chaos Reach at the end, like where you could literally run at the last 10% and get your super. On the PvE side, that was clean. On PvP side, where they literally the moment people realized Chaos Reach was a counter to stasis, they just kind of all started running Geos and Chaos Reach. On the PvP side, I guess it was an issue, right? But I feel like more of the issue just comes from being hit behind walls by the damn super, which they seem to hopefully have fixed.
I would say it's between that and the fact that you can pop that if you're let me preface this. If you are a good player, you can pop that more often, right? Like it's I don't have
because you stop it in the air and get it back, don't you?
Yeah, well, not even just that, but like if you're getting, you're going off and you're getting kills, like even just in comp, like you're gonna have that super a lot. It's a game changer, right? Like supers are game changing. I don't have that as a hunter. I can't just magically charge my golden gun. Like it doesn't work that way for me, right? Like I don't think Titans have anything that can do that other than Antaeus. But that requires you taking.
It doesn't get the super. Right? They took that off. Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I don't think that was the right change, but it's the Bungie change that I kind of expected.
Yeah, same. Like last week that they were going to touch Geos.
I feel like touching them isn't the exact word that should be used at this point, but we are a family-friendly podcast.
Make you PG there.
Yeah. Try to, anyway. The occasional F-bomb slips through. Yeah. Guilty! Exactly. I don't know. I play all the classes. Warlock is my least played just because the jump fucks me so many times. Hey, there's that F-bomb we were talking about. But yeah, that jump, because it's the opposite of a Titan jump. And if you play Titan, it's so hard to engrade to what you're not supposed to do to this is what you're supposed to do as a Warlock. How Ace does it, I have no earthly idea.
It took us a raid or two to teach him how to jump as a Warlock.
Y'all tried to teach me, and I still failed.
Yeah, it's not easy going back and forth between the two.
No. At least with Hunter, it's the normal platformer double or triple jump.
Yeah.
Warlocks have a better jump than Titans. Just saying.
Go play with your golden gun.
Right. I hate my Titan jump. I've hated my Titan jump since D1, just for the record. They did some other kind of nice changes. I mean, the Verity Brow for Warlocks is kind of interesting. Definitely seem to be very keen on symmetry between class and gun with a lot of these changes, though. I mean, even some of the more PvE type exotics. Where was it? I don't know what I was looking at. Anyway. Yeah, but definitely seems very intrinsic with like even precious scars. So the description is, will now increase. Will now also create a burst of healing and bonus recovery around you whenever you kill an enemy with a weapon whose damage type matches your subclass type. They're able to do that. Yeah, I mean, like, that's definitely symmetry.
Yeah.
And since they're introducing more stasis weapons, I mean, makes sense.
Yeah. I like, honestly, the whole, back to what I was saying about the supers, the exotics that give super back for kills and whatnot, having it where it caps out at 50%, I feel like is fair. Now, if I want to play some mayhem, I'm not going to just be slammed by hunters throwing freaking, not throw with the
Blade
barrage. Yeah. I'm not just going to hear that in 2 seconds after joining the match.
I honestly haven't used my shards in forever, so...
If you play Mayhem, you will see those all the time.
I never play Mayhem. I hate Mayhem.
I play it occasionally when I want to just go crazy.
But
I would. My goal would be the fun police. Like, I would run Sentinel with Ursas, and I would suppress everybody. And
suppressing people.
Yeah, I would use that, and I'd use Tractor Cannon, and I would just run around turning off supers and making people mad.
This is why I don't like Titans. Y'all terrible.
Oh, don't even start, mister. I want to wear I want the stag to come back.
No, I want the ram to come back. The stag sucks. Well, not
Ram
anymore.
also can't come back, by the way. Let's just no, it has the thing vaulted.
No.
It's too
Stag
powerful.
doesn't suck as much anymore.
As the delegate from the Warlock Council, it says it needs to be vaulted.
Stag getting grants damage reduction to allied guardians standing in your rift. Now, so I mean, changes to the stag. However, the ram is coming back.
No,
you heard it here first.
No,
that is Bungie.
Any other exotic than that.
Twilight Garrison, and it lets Titans blink. Yes.
Listen.
Almost any other exotic.
Timber, let's make a deal. We'll let the Twilight Garrison come back if I can have my ram back.
Can I blink with it? Will I have Twilight Garrison?
Absolutely fucking not.
Then no. The answer is no.
There's that F-bomb again. No, there's no way on this.
One of these episodes, we're just gonna put a ticker on the corner over here. It's just like, have a swear jar.
So yeah, some good changes. Some changes I know a lot of people were very upset with, but
I like that they literally are trying to make gunplay more of a thing.
They are.
For all of Destiny's faults, what's always made me come back, it is one of the best damn feeling gunplay games out.
Damn straight.
Abilities aside, and all the other random bullshit, the gunplay has been the most smooth feeling.
I think the synergy that they're trying to put into the game here definitely a bit more important than
gunplay.
Yeah. I mean, like, I like gunplay, and I like my abilities. I love my throwing knife. But the synergy to, like, classes and weapons and, like, builds. They're slowly starting to kind of expand into, like, actual builds. Like, right now, there are some, right? Like, we've seen them. We've talked about some of them, right? Like...
The super Titan Warmind cell build, running Solar and Jotun and crap like that, yeah.
But they're like super simplistic as far as like what you're doing. Like they're just starting to add more depth and it's overall to everything, and it's definitely a good thing. So I would say I enjoy that more than nerfing abilities and stuff like that because I know it's coming.
Well, they talked about nerfing. The
retard traits.
That and the what's it called? Warmind cells. That's going to make it where those
cells needed.
Well, yeah. Has anybody ever used the elemental wells at all?
Yeah, I do. I rock them.
Nope.
How well do they work?
So, right now I've got a really nice PvE top tree void kind of build where I got controversial holds, some elemental well thing that when I pick up the wells, I get more energy. And then I've got a seasonal mod that also gives me more grenade energy on kills. So, and then on top of that, I got a hand cannon that has demolitionist. So I just go around yeeting nades at people. Every basically 2 kills just fills my entire like grenade thing up again, and it's disgusting. I feel like
I like how he as a warlock, he's saying yeet. It's fantastic. Usually that's a Titan term. I approve.
Yeah, you Titans have rubbed off on me there with your yeetage.
Yes.
PvP wise, there's stuff there for sure, but we need like another season of more wells and well mods and whatnot, because like we got good stuff now, but it's missing that like what's it called? You know, like the charge of light mods that increase damage. It's missing like a utility thing like that to really make it to really give it a place in PvP. Yeah.
I mean, I used the charge with light a little. I was popping off with the stasis sidearm, Capri's horn, and charge with light stuff and surprise attack. Dude.
Surprise attack.
When you have charge with light, your sidearm does increase damage. The more stacks you have, the more damage it does. You get your full stacks, it'll use all of them on kill. But multiple kills with the sidearm, it would recharge it. Well, kill with sidearm lets me have stasis freeze. Capri's horn sends out fire, it kills people. They aren't in Banner. They weren't ready. They were not ready for it because people would get hit by it, and now that it returns back, they'd get hit by it again and die.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
That on Devil's Ruin or Traveler's Chosen would be... Bruh.
Remember my lonesome? Yeah. That's where it's going to be. I do need things to do to round out that loadout. I need to grind Proving Grounds to get a far future with the perks I want, because Fates already took the one I wanted.
What, quick draw opening?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had mine for a bit.
Since that season.
I don't use it. Yeah, I don't use it. It's in my vault.
He uses Beloved or whatever.
Nope. I use Occluded Finality.
I started using that too.
It's so
y'all have adjustable POV now though, so it's a little better.
It's the increase
or FOV.
The increased zoom on it is what makes it so good.
Well, the increased zoom with the FOV change. Like if I play with that on like my normal FOV settings, I'm SOL because it zooms in too much. But if I was playing on y'all's FOV settings, of course I'd have to adjust and everything, but I'd be a lot better off. I tried playing on PC FOV with a sniper, with the ones I normally use, and I can't hit a shot to save my life.
I mean, I like normal snipers, but that one it's consistent. And it's definitely because of what they did to, like, the cone.
Yeah.
It's why, like, people love Frozen Orbit so much as well, other than the fact that it's a hip-firing fucking magnet.
Kill clip.
I have a kill clip roll. I don't like it.
Go sit down and think about what you said.
I'm not sure. I like my high impact reserve on my warlock one better, but that's because it has moving target on it. So I have a high impact reserve moving target roll that I will exclusively use on my warlock if I want to use Frozen Orbit, because I run empowering rifts. So I could just one shot body you. And it's a lot of fun. But
Thicklock says get fucked.
But I mean, it kind of confines me to that one spot, and like I have to run like double dex mods to even like.
Can't we all just take a moment to appreciate that we all run our warlock the same way with Empowering Rift? Like
Hey,
even
I like
do.
to hurt people.
I choose violence in the morning.
I will use that in trials all of the time. Or I've made Chad use it. I've made Chad use Empowering Rift. Like if I'm on my Titan, he's on his Warlock, because I'll just throw Saitans, he'll throw the Empowering, and then we're set.
It's me and Chance.
It's literally like the first it's as soon as like it's just to get that first pick or two. Because it's just
once you can get one, it's a cakewalk. Especially if you can collapse on everything.
But yeah, so they've got other changes. Speaking of FOV, it's kind of related. So
you're getting your is now going to be a toggle.
Yeah, so traction's gone. It won't be a mod. They felt it was necessary on console and not necessary on PC, which I can, as a player of both, as a K&M player, and obviously I can't play K&M on, my Xbox. Yeah, 100%. It definitely felt necessary. I don't know how anyone plays with Destiny's sensitivity settings for controller. It's awful. I mean, like even back in the day when I used to play like Fortnite and go from like Fortnite's 8 to like Destiny's 10, it felt so damn slow. And that was just controller game to controller game. But so right now, what's gonna happen? They're adding a sprint turn speed scaler option. Allows values from 0.3 to 0.8. And I believe I saw somewhere where somebody was saying or theorizing that like 0.5 is how it will feel. Like say you don't use traction and you don't like it. I think people are saying 0.5 is probably more than likely going to be the happy middle ground where you're not using traction, essentially. Where like anything higher would be a little bit more sensitive. Bit more like you're using traction. Adding additional controller sensitivity options. 1 through 10 sensitivity is the same as before. 11 through 20 increases over that. Thank God. I don't know how any of you play with anything less than 10 currently. You're all animals.
7.
You should be put in a zoo because you are psychotic. You're like
I am a Titan.
You're all like a bunch of bearded ladies.
I assure you, I am not no lady, sir.
No,
beard.
I can't.
Look at this. Oh.
So I have to preface this. I know there are people like you two, heathens, who play lower sense. I'm a COD player from way back in the day. You know what I used to use in COD? Like anywhere from like 12 to 15. Because it's twitchy and I like twitchy movement. I like to be able to like turn on a dime on people. It's just can't do that in Destiny. It takes like 3 years.
Bates wants to 180 no scope people.
I do. No, I like if I'm like running around shotgun and somebody shooting me back, I want to be able to like turn on a guy. Like it's just I don't know. Like I feel like I don't want to say it makes up for like reaction time sometimes, or like if I'm not paying attention, but like I feel like it helps. It could just be a placebo thing for me. They are also adding a ADS sensitivity modifier, allows values from 0.5 to 1.5.
Now, see, that I'm okay with because I kind of would like to, when I'm aiming down sights to be a little more twitchy.
I'm happy with the changes. However, I want X, Y, like, up, down, left, right kind of sliders. Because it does matter. And most games nowadays do both as far as like
the X-axis sensitivity and Y-axis sensitivity.
Yep.
I'm sure that Halo 5 had that.
I mean, almost everything does. Almost everything has it now. So I'm kind of hoping that this is the first step towards that. Because, I mean, that would make me super happy as somebody who mainly plays Destiny on PC. And when I play on console, I feel way slower. And I notice people are way slower. The amount of supers I was able to snipe that one weekend when we were playing Trials together, that I would have probably died to on PC, stupidly high. Way higher than it should have been. So, I'm happy to see these changes. It might even make me pick up my controller again, just to see. I'm probably going to pick it up just to compare, because obviously we run a podcast and I kind of need to know. But I will play around with it and compare it. But definitely a big change. The other big part of this, let me just scroll past me being right about Bombardiers real quick. I'm sorry. I saw it and I was like, yep, called it. So, they are making, I like the title here, Finders, Scavengers, and Holsters, oh my. So, they've realized that there is a special ammo economy problem. So, what's going to happen is Ammo Finder now will have an increased chance to spawn ammo on kills with primary weapons, and further increased chance with exotic primaries. So that's kind of nice. I don't really run Ammo Finder, I don't think. Scavenger. So multiple copies of Scavenger mod now
will no longer
stack, which is super great because the amount. I don't mind people sniping. I don't even mind you hitting body shots. If you body me with a frozen orbit and an empowering rift with a high impact reserve, frozen orbit, okay. If you're the guy just double bodying, I will find you and I will throw you down a well. I don't like it. It's awful. And it's solely anytime I inspect people doing that, it's double scav dudes. So I'm definitely glad that's happening. I kind of honestly thought feel like I read somewhere where like Bungie was considering going back to the old special ammo economy where like you had to go to the wall and pull it off kind of deal. That would have been awful.
Yeah, no.
Thank God that's not what they did. At least not yet.
I don't think they're going to go to that because the way it feels now, there's like it's giving players an identity outside of their subclass. Like I'm a shotgunner, I'm a sniper.
Last but not least, they're adding a new mod.
Which I'm going to run some.
I think everyone might. I mean, at this point, you don't need
auto loading,
so you're gonna have
free auto loading, basically. Chance is going to run hand cannon auto loading.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. It's such a cool concept.
I think we have a Frozen Fates. Alrighty, cool little difficulties. Faith had to drop out, but Chance and I are going to wrap this one up. So we're speculating some weapon changes next week. What do you think they're going to touch on?
So they wanted to make exotics useful in PvE. Frankly, I think a lot of them could use buffs, and I know because they haven't hit all the exotic armor pieces with the buffs that they wanted to, or the nerfs they wanted to. Stompies are getting hit, people. That they're definitely thinking of hitting or buffing some things, but they're not going to get everything. I would definitely want to see. I mean, I'm the hand cannon guy. Of course, I want to say hand cannons, right? I want to see Thorn, Lumina, and Malfeasance buffs because with Thorn and Lumina, there is potential there for PvE, and they're good in PvP, but the range is ass because they have still 150 range. And like outside of what they do, they need some other utility in PvE. Like literally, giving Thorn armor piercing rounds would be perfect. Giving Lumina overload rounds, perfect. That's solved.
Do you think they're going to give all exotics the ability to do something to a champion?
Ideally, that's what I would assume. But because what else could they do, right? Like what else?
I mean, put a mod slot on it where you can put mods like that.
True. Actually, I would prefer that because then you wouldn't be locked into something you don't want to use. Like I could swap out that overload round or that anti-barrier round or whatever for Thorn if I wanted to. I prefer that actually.
Now let's go pure spinfoil hat. What if they make it where you can actually put mods in general on there?
Oh, man, that would be a long the hell overdue change because
Chaperone with a freehand grip.
Freehand targeting adjuster even because that thing just a little bit more aim assist would make it even more powerful than it is. Wow, yeah.
That would be some good changes. I'd be down with those. For me, what I would hope that gets touched, make it where shotguns have more of a detriment to use. And I know they talked about sliding and whatnot is going to increase pellet spread on some things, which is going to be fantastic. But most people run slide shot anyway. So right now, that just increases the range on a shotgun. So that's actually going to, when you increase the range on a shotgun, it takes longer for the pellets to spread out. So basically, the way I'm looking at it right now is slide shot is going to basically make the shotgun like a shotgun that doesn't have slide shot. Or any kind of... By having slide shot on the shotgun, it's basically going to remove the nerf of increasing pellet spread when sliding. So, I mean, that's what I'm thinking, but who knows? I mean... double points if they make it where stability actually does something on shotguns now, because now it's just a dump stat. You get that, you're like, oh, this is garbage anyway, I'm wasting points on something that I'm not even going to use. Make it where it's like fusions, more stability, tighter pellet spread.
If they nerf shotties again, then they need to hit fusions, because right now people are using fusions like shotguns. And the moment like shotguns become dead, which they're never going to be, that they're just one of those weapon types that people are always going to use regardless. The moment they become like they get hit that hard, where like I don't know, a random newbie can't pick one up and be like, oh, I'm gonna go fucking snail trail my ass to like 10 kills. Then fusions are just gonna be the meta, and you're gonna be mapped by like fucking Molesto from like halfway across Rustlands. That's happening now, by the way.
I'm using Telesto right now on my Titan.
Yeah. Case in point, that's him. Look at him. Let him hold his head in shame. He's
Nope, I am proud of that thing.
Oh, he's proud. That's even worse. Oh god.
Oh, dude, this hunter tried to blade barrage me, and he jumped up in the air and he started spinning, and he just ate a face full of purple in his mouth and just turned into dust. I was like, Chance would be proud. You're purple, not the good kind.
Yeah, he certainly was purple.
It was so bad. Then slide shot, inertia override on the Titan. It may actually affect Telesto. I'm not positive.
The pellets, you're assuming?
I think so.
It should, because buffs affect the projectiles and malfeasance, and they're effectively coded the same way. So it should affect the Telesto.
Because I got a collateral while I inertia override. I got some guys.
Yep. Oh boy,
that's great.
That's a recipe for disaster, right there.
That poor man.
Oh god.
I'm sorry, you Billy McKillicuddy. You did not deserve that, but good job. You're
in a better place.
You're in a better place. Alrighty, we're gonna end it here. We made our speculations. It's gonna be interesting. I think season 15 is gonna be great. I may actually play more this time around than last season. Last season, story-wise, was great, but the stuff that kept me playing, there was nothing. I'm actually gonna probably spend this coming Friday because we have 14 days left this week and next week.
I think it's 11 now. Like from today onward.
Okay.
After next week is the reveal and for the season.
Well, I know what is it the freaking what's next Friday? Friday I'm gonna be off of work, so I'm gonna spend that. what's it called? Grinding my ass off to finish the pass. So what is that? The 21st. I'm gonna spend the 21st getting my pass done because I haven't done anything. But anywho, that's going to be it for us here at 7CR. Sorry for the little hiccup during the recording. Like I said, Fates had a sudden power outage. He's okay. Everything's fine, just without power. So he's standing there in the dark with his golden gun. Just picture him with a little light-up gun. It's hilarious. I love it. Anywho, if you want to catch me live, you can catch me at twitch.tv/Chippercat. I'm slowly but surely getting back into the streaming scene. Chance, where can they find you?
Twitter, Insta, Twitch, @GearShift209. Hit me up. Sit in the chat if you see me playing during the week on Destiny. Yeah, you know where to find me.
And if you want to catch Fates, you can, like he always says, Fates_Pyro just about everywhere. It's thrown a TTV. If you don't find him, look for the purple hooded figure logo and you will find our man. Until then, we'll catch y'all on the next one.